What's going on, everyone? New World Order Survival Guy here. What the hell is going on in the Middle East and Asia? All kinds of crazy stuff going on. Everything's getting hyped up with Russia, Ukraine, the North Koreans in Ukraine, and sending tons of thousands more troops over there. Man, it is getting wild. Not to mention North Korea and South Korea button heads, shots fired, blowing up bridges, moving all their infantry and artillery and equipment to each other's borders. It is getting wild, absolutely. But today's main topic, I want to get into Israel and Iran. Israel and Iran are definitely in cahoots with each other. Even further, if you believe that's possible, because Benjamin Netanyahu's home was apparently destroyed by a drone strike. That's right, a drone strike, and that's what's going around on the news. Now, it was hit by a drone attack. Rumors floating around that this may in fact be a self-inflicted strike. Reports say that the drone came from a location in Lebanon that is completely controlled and occupied by Israeli forces, the IDF, Israeli Defense Force. This would make this an absolute false flag operation as a pretext to further attack Iran. Yes, I know I said came from Lebanon, but BJ said that Iran is absolutely responsible for this attack. Hezbollah was accused of the attack initially, but BJ Netanyahu says that Iran is responsible. Iran denied the accusations. You know, usually they'd be proud of that shit and cough it up and say, "Yeah, we got that one." See, Israel does not want peace, despite what Russia came up with a peace proposal, and they both seemed like they were starting to be on board with it. So Netanyahu came up with a supposed false flag attack to have one of his many houses destroyed as a pretext to go ahead and further attack and control the Middle East region. You know, that's just what Israel does. That's just what the Zionists does. They want to control everything. So with Russia trying to push for a peace agreement between the two nations, BJ Netanyahu had to flare up with tensions. So this is actually kind of wild. We're to that point where, okay, there is a mission and nothing's going to come in between the mission. Russia sent out ships to the Iranian territory. They're plotting something. Now, there's possible retaliation attacks from Israel to Iran tonight or within the next couple of days. It's going to happen. All hell is going to break loose in the Middle East. In Lebanon, Iran, Israel, however this is going to go, it's going to get nuts. The United States sending more troops over there to Israel to combat this. I mean, what else more is there to say? They want this shit to happen badly. Real badly. This is World War III. This is the New World Order. Nothing is going to stop it. I know this whole World War III, New World Order is a big operation that was been in the works for a very, very long time. You know, I am not saying for a second Hezbollah and Hamas and any of them are the victims. That's because that's a joke. I believe that all them groups, just like the Taliban and all them, work for the globalists, just like Iran, United States, Israel, and all the rest. This is a complete operation, a false flag operation at its finest. They want to break down this world so they can bring in the peacekeepers, the level headers. They have to break down these territories. So that's what they're doing. They're breaking everybody down. They're breaking traditions. They're breaking everything down as individual countries. So there is no liberation through self preservation. You're going to get liberation through the New World Order, through the United Nations, through these globalists. They're going to destroy the money. They're going to destroy the sovereignty. They're going to destroy everything so they can come up with the solution. Just like Israel did with this false flag, supposed false flag operation of Netanyahu's home attacked by a supposed drone. They had the solution. The solution is to go annihilate Iran. So they had to create a problem to accumulate that solution, and that problem was obviously this false flag attack of Netanyahu's home getting destroyed to just nullify the peace agreement that was proposed by Vladimir Putin. They already had the problem. They just had to come up with the solution, and nobody really had to have a reaction from the people, because who gives a shit what the people's reaction is? Israel's reaction is going to be to annihilate some shit. So between tonight and the next couple of days, all hell is going to break loose over there. It's absolutely a done deal. Israel, Lebanon, Iran. Minimum. All hell is going to break loose. Attacks are going to start immediately, and it's not going to be pretty. And on top of Iran saying we got weapons that are much more severe and dramatic than nukes and missiles and drones and whatever else shit they were saying. So Iran's sitting there waiting for this retaliation of something Iranians claim they didn't do. And it's already been verified that it was Hezbollah from Lebanon. But once again, it came from territory completely occupied and controlled by Israeli forces. So we're about to see together what the hell's gonna transpire. I don't know, people. It's not going to stop getting crazy. It's going to get more and more intense. And with the selection, United States presidential selection coming up, things are going to get a bit more hairy. Even in the United States, they're moving in National Guard into these invader occupied apartments and shit like that. Well, that's what I've been hearing. We'll see if that's really true or not because I haven't looked much into it. But it's absolutely going to kick off in the Middle East. China hurling threats over at the United States. The South Korea, North Korea deal. Like I said, they're moving their forces to the border. Shots been fired. Things been blowing up. Drones been flying over. It's going to pop off. Everybody's getting rowdy at once. So, your guess as good as mine is the final outcome of these attacks or these initial outcomes of these attacks. Um, what the hell's happened to our world? What the hell's happened? You know, Tehran in Iran. I was watching a video the other day, or a couple videos of Tehran, and it was a complete civilized country. I mean, city in that country. I mean, they had shopping malls. I mean, just everything was normal. You know, they didn't appear to me to be some sort of terrorist or anything like that. It's just, I mean, everything was nice and clean, and there was an American that was filming over there, just and everybody's respectful and nice, knowing that he's from America, and they. I mean, I know we have Iranians here, and everybody's, from what I could tell in the videos I've seen, everybody's pretty respectful and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, it's not the citizens, it's the governments. I know Iran's government is a little twacked, just like ours are, but ours is real twacked. So, but it just sucks to see any civilized nation just destroyed by another. And then you have these corrupt governments that start shit, and then people's lives. Like I said, everybody's lives is on the hands, the blood on the hands of their government, because we don't have problems with each other amongst nation and citizens for the most part. It's the governments, which in hindsight, it really, the bankers, it's the corporations, it's the greed that comes with that. That's all it is. And who suffers? Who suffers? Citizens. That's who always suffers and pays the consequences by design. And what do the people do? Do the people join up, lock arms? No, because the governments are preparing for that. They're creating more agencies, taking away more of our rights and liberties, trying to take away our Second Amendment. They're trying to do anything and everything, and they've been planning this. Nothing's a coincidence of what goes on in government or any of the other secret meetings within these NGOs, the Bilderberg Group, any of the G summits, Bohemian Grove. I mean, there's tons and tons more. So you got to think this New World Order thing. It's been a plan for freaking hundreds of years, very long time. They just slowly, over those hundreds of years, just made it easier and easier for them to make that transition, sprier. So it's coming, and us is citizens. We can't really nut up, and go after the throat because they're already far along where they could just take us out easy. I mean, and they got everybody so divided and conquer our minds. Not mine, but the majority of the people. It's just crazy. That's why I always say, just prep, man. Just prep. Just keep your mouth shut and get your survival shit now. I've been saying it for many years. I guess I haven't had this platform for many years, but it is so crucial to have what you need now and accumulate and accumulate and accumulate because it's not going to be here. They're slowly ridding of survival supplies. They're slowly ridding of firearms, ammunition. I mean, look at Berkey water filtration. I mean, the government sued them and won. For the stupidest reasons. You're not going to win against these bastards in court. And with them make it into law, reiterating that United States military can use lethal force against its people for civil matters. That's something crazy, man. That's something to think about. What do we do about that? Us as people, I mean, we can't, do anything. We can't sit there and go heads up with the military. And it's hard to believe that we'd have to even do that in the first place. Those soldiers in the military, they're our people. They have family all throughout this country. How would they even consider turning their back and stab us in the back by pointing their barrels at us? Is that why they're bringing all these invaders and just offering them money and citizenship and all this other shit? Just join the military. You can ask a bunch of crazies. Would you, okay, now that you're a citizen, since you joined the United States military, would you, if commanded and funded, aim your barrels at United States citizens if directed? They'd be like, hell yeah. Because they don't give a shit about us. They don't give a damn. Fuck yeah, they will. They're bringing them in by the tens of millions of people and counting. And then now, I mean, American citizens don't really want to join the United States because they're more and more convinced that it's corrupt and you ain't fighting for your freedom. You're fighting for these freaking bankers' agendas. You're buying for these globalists. You're fighting for BlackRock, Vanguard. That's what you're fighting for. You ain't fighting for my freedom. You ain't fighting for American freedom. Not at all. You're fighting for corporate greed. You're fighting for a global takeover. That's what you're fighting for. And it's sad. It's sad that they trick so many of our young people into fighting these wars and made these false flag attacks as pretext of us going to war. And then once we go to these foreign countries, all we do is go over there and take their oil, their opiates, gold, take out their leadership so we can install the global banking system in their country for the bankers that we're going to war for in the first place. All these wars are bullshit, man. All wars are banker wars. All wars. They fund both sides of all wars, at least for a very long time. And all they have to do is lie to us. All they do is got to fund Operation Mockingbird Media to feed us and persuade public opinion. Spit out false narratives. Cry out, oh, this person is evil, he gasses on people, and it's Americans' duty to go there and stomp his ass because we're for humanity. Meanwhile, the United States is nothing but destroy humanity. It's all a gimmick. It's all a setup. Just like the two frickin' party paradigm here in the United States. You have two parties but zero choice. You have left wing, right wing, but who's the frickin' head of that bird? That's the globalist. The globalist control and is the mind for the left and right paradigm. We know Biden and Harris is pieces of shit, but a lot of people don't know that. Believe it or not, they don't know that. Same as Trump supporters. I get what he was saying and what he says sounds logical and shit like that, but you guys dismiss the unlogical shit that he says. He is a part of that bird. He is corrupt. You can vote who you want to vote for, because it doesn't matter anyways. They already know, the globalists already know who's going to become president. Voting is just an illusion of choice. They already have it planned out. That why do you think like on the Simpsons and shit they have all this shit predicted and all this shit like that? It's not a prediction. It's coordination. They already have this shit coordinated. It's already pre-planned. They just want to pretend like and to trick everybody that you have a voice in the matter. And you get these people that act like, this is my time, you know. What can you do to earn my vote? You stupid fucks. You ain't got a vote. You don't have a frickin' say-so in the world. You're just getting played. Two parties, zero choice. If Trump becomes president, you're going to see. And just don't excuse that bullshit. Just recognize it's okay to be fooled, man. You get fooled, that it happens. You know, saying that, oh, it's better than the opposition, that's what they want you to think. Because you got two corrupt people, they'll play one like it's just absolute freaking stupid Satan. But they want this other person to really be in how would you do that tactic? You would make it sound like exactly what they're doing. All politicians lie, man, and Trump's a good liar. He's a good liar. Not good enough for me. 'Cause I could read through him like a freaking book, man. Just know nobody is for you in the political world. Nobody. I don't care if he said, "Oh, Hillary's going to jail." Yeah, Hillary's an evil bitch. Hillary in jail. Oh, dude, I'm voting for you. He's in 4 years. Did Hillary go to jail? Nope. Did he do anything he said he was going to do? And you got to pay attention to the trickery talk too. Fake news, ban fake news, referencing CNN, NBC, ABC, shit like that, that didn't apparently go for him, and which is all in the script. Ban fake news. So there was a big whitewash of elimination of fake news, which happened to be independent journalism and truth movements and all that shit. So through all these social media outlets and stuff like that, they banned our mouse. A lot of them, most of them, the big ones. They silenced them by taking them off these social media outlets. Since when does this social media outlets do anything that Trump says? I thought they were all against Trump. But they worked hard at eliminating free speech. That's what Trump wanted, to eliminate free speech, just like he tried to eliminate chunks of the Second Amendment through red flag laws, and so-called due process way after the violation of the Second Amendment. Let's ban bump stocks, spring triggers, and then a lot of these Trump supporters will be like, "Well, who cares? I don't use them anyway." Who gives a fuck? It's an infringement of my Second Amendment. It doesn't matter if you use it or you like it. It's an infringement of the Second Amendment, just like these red flag laws. I don't care that there's crazies out there. That's why I got my Second Amendment. That's why you have your Second Amendment. Quit making excuses for this freaking raghead toupee freaking doofus. He's a con artist. And you guys are eating it up. You know, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say. Just it's going to be what's going to be. You can vote for whoever you want for. It ain't going to matter. Whoever's going to be in is going to be in. And which you take the left path or the right path, it all ends up at the same destination, which is the New World Order. Trump is in bed with all these globalists and been working with them. He's a billionaire from New York City. He's working with all of them. He's buddies with the Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, Kissinger, Soros, uh, good buddies with that freaking child molester, Epstein. I mean, he's buddies with all of them. Very good friends with the Clintons, and all since he's been president. Oh, all of a sudden he's not, like he didn't know who the fuck they were or what the hell they did before he was running for office. Bullshit. Come on. Long time friends. All of them are. People gotta people gotta band together. People gotta use their heads and focus on what's going on here. Just imagine for a second that all these people are corrupt. Every one of them are corrupt. Just imagine that there's going to be a new world order that's going to completely demolish any type of freedom and liberty and a massive amount of the world's population, most of the world's population. Imagine that we live in a world where they like to poison our food and water and they want to take away meat and they just want to spray our skies with barium, aluminum nanoparticles, and strontium and all this shit. Imagine they want to do us harm. Imagine a computer guy, Bill Gates, taking over all the farmland of the United States. And before that, being in control of all the arm jabs across the world and promoting it. Imagine that. Someone that had no medical background whatsoever, that didn't even graduate college, is in control of arm jabs. And now the agricultural aspects of the United States. Not only that, owns the most farmland out of anyone in the United States. It's the same guy that says he wants to eliminate, we need severe population control and do that through arm jabs. He said that at many different meetings and many different seminars on YouTube. They showed it on YouTube. Look it up. Bill Gates wants to do population control through arm jabs. You'll see tons of videos from his own words, not from people like me just talking. Cameras don't lie. It's him doing interviews saying this shit. Him saying, oh, I want to block out the sun. Oh, I want to eliminate all meat because we could feed everybody through laboratories. Wake up, man. This we lose this grip on our own reality. It's over. It's over. They got everybody so brainwashed and their pineal glands so calcified through all this vaccinations and through the water supply and food and everything else. I mean, cancer and everything else is this has never happened before throughout the history. Autism. I mean, look at the percentage rates now compared to what it used to be when I was a kid back in the 80s and 90s. It what the hell happened? There's something going on. Can't you take in consideration that is some of these things that they're doing to us? It's insane. Please like, share, subscribe. Um, yeah, it look into some of this stuff that I'm saying. It's absolutely crazy, man. We're being railroaded. We're being steamrolled full on, and they're doing it in ways that it's just oblivious to most people, to a lot of people at least. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. New World Order Survival Guy. Have a good night. Pay attention. See you on the next one.